Yeah.
Raining really hard where I am.
was about to say, it was raining earlier today.
So my Wi-Fi might be a little spottier than usual. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Indeed.
I think water helps the Wi-Fi be stronger. You just got to make sure your laptop is directly under the water.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Is that how that works?
Yes, I take it from me. Sorry, I just thought that was funny.
I don't get it.
Usually, I was gonna say take it from me, like I'm a doctor or something, but I just
Oh,
haven't. I don't know. I'm very tired. I was taking a nap about 10 minutes before we got on, until about 10 minutes before we got on. So
I feel that.
slap you, Matt. To wake you
I've got
up.
a Coke Zero to hopefully jog me.
Can get you a
I
Celsius.
got my Schweppes.
I do have one of those upstairs,
My
but I will be
Gingy.
up all night.
Those things do work.
Because I can't resist the
Oh yeah.
goddamn ginger with my
Mm.
Schweppes. Product placement sponsor us as well as Voodoo Ranger. But no longer Voodoo Ranger, but still sponsors Voodoo Ranger. But Schweppes.
Send us money, Voodoo Ranger, please. We will accept your money in any
I'll
way.
still take the beer.
all to Colorado. Send me the merch. And Schweppes, the only ginger you'll need in your life.
There you go. Yes,
The
I hear
only ginger
Schweppes is
that
a
won't
fine
ruin your
beverage. A very fine beverage.
Yeah.
And so is Gatorade. That's also a refreshing drink.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the names that pop up in the thumbnail for like most like said things or the kind of suggested actors and people be the Gatorade company. Just from that one sentence. Or now I've helped the problem. Never mind. Bleep it out in the edit, Jackson. Not let them get
It's
gained.
gonna be the Gatorade special.
There you go.
Well, someone's bleeding in all three of these, I'm pretty sure. If I can think correctly.
I think all three of these movies would have been made better if the main character had a Gatorade at one point.
Well, I certainly know that I am made better when I have a refreshing drink of Gatorade. So, if you want to send us money, please do.
Unfortunately, now for the rest of my life, I'll just be thinking about Matt Damon and Tom Holland drinking Gatorade during scenes of the Odyssey. And
Instead of noodles, she just gives them all Gatorade.
well,
They're just sitting there crying while drinking it.
If we do a Gatorade special, I'm going to choose Philadelphia.
I've never seen it.
You-
I don't know if you.
I get it.
Do you guys get the? Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. I was
So,
like, did that one land?
I do want you to pick it.
You will most likely cry.
That or Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. One of the two. One of the two.
Or
The
Forrest
question
Gump.
is, who would you rather see die of AIDS, Jared Leto or Tom Hanks? I think we all know the answer to that question.
Tom.
Oh, I was thinking also we could do Forrest Gump and we could watch Robin Wright die of it.
And know that Tom Hanks will, in fact, die of AIDS later.
Yes.
We just don't see that. If you can, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do is, of course, picture this. And I was watching this movie and I said to myself, I know for a goddamn 100% fact,
I am not a crook. I have never been a crook. And I will never be a crook.
Fuck it, I will rent it. I don't care.
It's really on me. As James Cameron said, the Navi hang dong like donkeys.
This is the 3 for 3 podcast.
oh, you motherfucker.
How does it end?
What you gotta look up is why is the internet debating whether Nancy Reagan gave good head?
Oh my god! I was not expecting that turn. What the fucking... What the hell?
Send me the goddamn quote of him saying that.
What the fuck? Kind of pissed me off they put the shit porn over that.
It's a bunch of goddamn fucking bullshit is what it is. Bags up, everybody. Bags up. Feet up. Coming through. There have been a lot of times where I tried to slide it out without breaking the cookie. Didn't quite work. Like, don't put this shit on us.
I was like, we didn't
You motherfucker. And what is that movie about? Fuck if I know, man. Honestly.
Amen to that.
It's just a...
That's been a 3 for 3, my friends.
picture this.
3 for 3. Now that's really cool.
Here we are. My name, Samuel Holler. I'm joined by Matthew Goddamn Patterson and Jackson Admiral Workman, soon to be revealed. And we are here for a very, very special occasion. The 3 for 3 podcast is back for another epic episodes of untold proportions, because we gave you the goddamn tale just a few episodes ago of Brad Pitt's navel and Orlando Bloom's skinny legs and Eric Bana's dragged corpse. Well, ladies and gents, we are bringing things full circle before the circle is done, because this bitch is a goddamn Venn diagram, and we're going to break it down this week. The Odyssey is here, and we're going to talk about it. But that is not the first movie we are going to talk about today, just to let you know. So,
pull the rug out from under us.
Ooh, plot twist.
And because of that, we're going to take things back before I was born, before you were born, before we were born, but not before the journey of friendship begins. And we are going with Sir Matthew Patterson's pick this week to start off the things. Motherfucking stir crazy.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Yes, indeed.
My copy's out there, but I wanted to pull it up at that time. But I have it. I will pull it out later, much like I'll pull something else out.
Yep.
Ooh, don't you tease us, sir. You better mean it when you say that.
100th episode's coming up quick.
Oh boy. I'll be looking forward to it. Not that I didn't already see it in the Red Roof Inn and the Quality Inn and the Comfort Suites.
Not only set
And in your bedroom last night.
And my bedroom last night and Stuart's parents' house. I saw it in all of those places.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere.
If you had you'd have a handful of nickels if you had a nickel for every time you've seen it.
Indeed.
But yes, this week I chose Stir Crazy, directed by Sidney Poitier. We got Richard Pryor.
They call him Mr. Tibbs.
Yes. And except for in this movie.
Yeah, because he's not in it.
Yeah. But you have two best friends, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, who are living in New York City. They're going a little crazy because they keep Richard Pryor. You see, he's a servant, or not really a servant, but he's a caterer, I guess. Or he works in a house where he serves white people. And on this occasion, somebody mixes up the oregano with his stash, and he serves these white people weed. And that's grounds for getting fired right there. So you're gone, and then you're Gene Wilder, and you're a private detective at a very fancy clothing store, or department store really. But you're also a playwright, and you accuse this actress of stealing a dress, but then not stealing the dress. So then you get fired, and now you two are jobless and going crazy in the city. So what do? You get in a van and you go out west. And what happens as you're in the van out west? Well, you need money. And to get money, you decide to take a job advertising at a bank, wearing chicken costumes. And what happens? Somebody steals those costumes to rob the bank. But then they blame it on you, too, because they don't know the difference. And now you're in penitentiary. And boy, there's only one way to get out of penitentiary, and that's riding bulls. Mechanical bulls. Not
I'm here for it.
And Craig T. Nelson Mr. Incredible himself, is in this movie as one of the security guards. And we got Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, and some other people whose names are escaping me. But and you got to break out of prison basically at the end of this, the end all be all, and that's what this movie is genuinely about. It's kind of two different movies in one, but it's hilarious. You got the comedy legends Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor just being fucking hilarious in every scene, and that's why they made so many movies together, because I could just watch them all day. And yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get into it, but there's a lot of good bits in this movie. Um, and I never would have thought before I'd seen these, but I had seen these a long time ago. But I never would have thought of Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor being a comedy duo. But they really just feed off each other so well. Um, Sam, I think I've shown you this one before. Jackson, was this your first time watching it?
It was indeed.
This was my first time as well.
Oh,
This
shit.
is my first of all the Gene Wilder Richard Pryor duo movies. So
I
Okay.
think Matt, the one we watched was the train one.
Oh, we watched Silver Streak together.
Yeah,
Okay,
which I love. It's a fun movie.
but all right. Well, let's dig in. What did you guys think of the movie?
I had a very, very odd experience with this in terms of putting it on at like 3 in the morning and not realizing it was that late, and then somewhere falling asleep and waking up with them in the chicken costumes, and it was very weird, and I was like, what in the actual fuck is going on? And then falling back asleep and then coming to, and they're riding bulls, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And so then I went to bed. I woke up the next day and then just put it on from start to finish, and I did not even remember the whole oregano situation, but what a goddamn way to hook me.
Mhm.
And then I was just like, movie is so golden, and it's fun that like these exist. I think it's definitely not my favorite of the two duo ones, but I think in terms of like, I just, you can't just not like Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, and when you have them together, you're just gonna enjoy the moment. I don't know if it's like the best movie in any by any means, but it's a fun time for me. But that's because they're riding bulls and there's betting and there's goddamn prison breaks with Richard Pryor wearing a goddamn cowboy hat and the mustache, and
The taxi driver grabbing a guy's
Yeah.
balls with a pair of pliers.
there's some wild shit, and I'm glad it exists. So
um so yeah, like I said, this was my first out of all. I'm not even gonna do a preamble. I fucking hated this movie. I don't even have the energy to fucking do a fake out preamble thing. This movie bored me to tears. I did not enjoy almost any of it. I think it was completely unfunny. I don't think I laughed one time. I really think the entire thing was just a bunch of bad improv, like really bad improv. The plot made absolutely no goddamn sense. It wasn't funny. And yeah, the moment where I realized that this movie was not going to be for me is the scene that they were corralling them into the jail, and the one guard keeps hitting Gene Wilder. And the two of them just launch into a 5 minute long, completely nonsensical improv bit where they're just freaking the fuck out, falling down on the floor. It has nothing to do with anything whatsoever. No consequences arise from it. They don't get in trouble. They don't get put in the box. They don't get hit. They just freak the fuck out, attack the guards, and then they just get back in line and nothing happens. And I just sat there and said, I don't think I'm going to like this movie very much. And, at about the 20-minute mark, I realized I was like, I haven't laughed once yet. I don't think that's a good sign. We're 20 minutes into this movie and I haven't laughed one time. I want to give it a chance, but that's not a good sign for a comedy. And then yeah, it just kept going, and then it's like, okay, it's about them going to prison. And then it's just the longest yard all of a sudden. It's like, do what we want, compete in this competition, or we're gonna kill you basically, and we're gonna make your lives miserable. But it's not good this time because it doesn't have an interesting story, interesting characters, good jokes, anything. It's just, I swear to God, I've never been so bored by a comedy in my life. I just legitimately could not have been less interested in what I was watching. No interest. None. Zero. Absolutely fucking none. The only thing, and it's crazy because I'm sitting there and I'm just dying And I'm just like, these are two of the funniest human beings who ever lived on screen together, and I'm bored. Like, how did they do that? And then there's just like the movie completely switches tones in the second half. It goes from being a comedy to being like a prison drama escape movie. And I'm just like, what the fuck are we even doing here? I couldn't have given less of a shit about the bull riding thing if I fucking tried. And, just none of it worked. None of the characters were interesting. Nothing was interesting. But that's the thing. I'm like, okay, the story makes absolutely no sense. They're improving the whole movie as they go. But if it's funny, I can excuse it. It wasn't funny. Like, there's a scene where Richard Pryor is trying to learn the word to get the bull out of the pen, right? Just that's that just such a perfect setup. He's teed up to get some funny jokes out of that. All he has to do is stand there and say a bunch of really funny, just random crazy words, trying to guess what it is. And half of what he just does is, "Hey, come here, boy. Come here," like for 2 minutes. And I'm just like, God damn it, just make this funny. How hard is this to do? Like, fuck, how are you fumbling this bit so bad? And yeah, the whole thing just didn't work. There's one thing in this movie that I fucked with, and I fucked with it high key. There is one single thing, and that is my man Grossberger. I fuck with Grossberger. Every scene he was in, I thought it was funny. I was engaged with it. The only time in the entire movie that I actually audibly laughed was the scene where he starts singing in the jail cell. I was just like, because that just took me so off guard. And then, funny enough, I ended up actually really liking that scene. I've watched that scene back a couple of times. I was just like, I don't know, something about this scene just does it for me. That's it. He was goated. Every scene he was in, he was fucking goated. So the scene where they put them in the jail cell with him and they think that he's going to kill them basically, and then they end up playing cards. I didn't think it was really well done, but I still thought it was like, oh, what a funny bait and switch, kind of thing. All his scenes were the only parts of the movie I was fucking with. The rest of this movie can suck my ass.
Yeah, I do agree. It was like I noticed it was all over the place this time around. Um, but I still enjoy their back and forth, so I wasn't as bored by it. But I still think it's funny Craig T. Nelson's in this movie. I feel like that's the randomest person. I'm like, what?
Jonathan Banks too.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I always enjoyed this one. I think See No Evil, Hear No Evil is pretty funny too.
I
But
haven't seen that one yet.
yeah, Kevin Spacey's in that one. That's weird. Very young Kevin Spacey.
Big
Same
Brother.
hairline though.
Oh, that's what everybody in Hollywood said about him all those years. See no evil, hear no evil. How they treated all his bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's I didn't expect you to hate it that much,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
wasn't so I figured it would be like what is going on with the plot because the plot just
I will
kind
say the
of
runtime is pretty long, and that
everywhere.
threw me off guard.
That too. Like for a movie with no plot, it's way too
Well, I watched
goddamn
it on
long.
Tubi because I watched it on Tubi and the commercials definitely made it feel longer.
Yeah, I watched it on Tubi as well, and I was already bored enough by it, and then that made it even longer. And that's the thing is like I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I'm not laughing, and this isn't that really good so far. But I was genuinely shocked how much I hated it because I was like, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. I'm like, for God's sakes, like, how could you hate anything that the two of them are in together? There's got to be some entertainment value in that. And just, God damn, because honestly, for me, the two worst things you can do are either bore me or annoy me. And this bored the shit out of me. I mean, just bored me to tears. So I think that's why I'm so hostile towards it.
Mm,
And it didn't help either that with Tubi the commercials were making it even longer. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, out of the three movies this week that I've watched, or in the past since recording, watched on DVD, this was the only one of the three that didn't freeze in the middle or have like issues with skipping, and I was very
Huh.
upset about that.
You watched the Odyssey on DVD?
No,
That
not
was
sorry, not this week. The Majestic, spoiler alert, and then when I watched Pain and Gain
Majestic
the
is this episode,
second
Sam.
time. Yes, But like since last recording,
Oh, on the
I've
train.
watched
Okay,
three
okay.
movies on DVD.
Oh,
I
oh.
copied
I see what you're
Majestic
saying.
3 was
I thought you
halfway
meant
through.
of the 3 movies this week that I watched on DVD, and I was like,
Yeah. And then
who's your plug?
I threw Paint and Gain on again, and it froze when Falcon, aka Captain America, bought the house, and I was like, "Fuck!"
I am looking forward to watching that one again. I can't wait.
So,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
enjoyed it, but definitely like dragged out a lot, and I was just like, "What in the fuck is going on?" And I think it was because I had that nighttime fever dream of and curiosity of trying to figure out what it actually was that I was seeing.
I'm just imagining it being a little jarring, you like waking up to different parts of it, being like, what the fuck?
It literally, I was just like,
Yeah.
all right.
I think it's funny to me that like they were so the fact that on the poster for the movie they're in the woodpecker costumes. Like to them, because the rule for like comedies is if it's on the poster, that is like that's the bit in the movie, the scene that is like the biggest, laugh out loud show stealing scene, if they're putting it on the poster. That's the one that they're really hyping up. And I'm just like, that's what you put on the poster? You were so confident in that little scene with them in the woodpecker costumes that you put it on the poster? Like, that almost tells me that they knew that this movie was ass and they didn't have anything else to put on there. I'm like, it doesn't even sell what the movie's about. It's about them going to jail. I mean, even them on like a
Well,
mechanical
because they
bull
were in
would
the
have made
woodpecker
more sense.
costumes, and the other guy stole them, so that is kind of why they're in jail.
I guess it is the
It did catch
inciting
me off
incident,
guard
but
how
still.
early or
Yeah.
quick that happened, and then it became the jail story. I was like, oh, okay.
I guess so.
I thought it was going to end with them going to the extent of going wild to where they'll end up arrested, not bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think the scene where they're walking into the jail the first time and he's doing the walk. And he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm getting bad.
That was, yeah,
You
that,
gotta
that
get
was,
bad, or you're gonna get fucked." I
that
don't know
wasn't
that.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a little too bad. I don't know. That still gets me. Oh,
Yeah.
And then the dude actually being nice to them, somewhat nice to them after they give him the light, but he lights it on his chest.
Mhm.
He's just like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I still enjoyed that scene. There were
There
some
were a
other
lot of
scenes.
scenes that was a scene. There are a lot of scenes like that where I'm like, okay, you have a setup or a premise for a funny scene, but then the execution just wasn't there for me. It was just like, because it just felt like they were improving the whole goddamn thing, and they weren't really putting that much thought into the execution of the jokes. But I mean, I can see how, some of the jokes would hit harder for some people. I just was sitting there the whole time, just kind of bored. And, I don't know, again, once the plot just went into the bull riding thing, I completely checked the fuck out. I
That's
was
when I
just
locked the fuck in. I don't
like,
need the bull riding. And that
Yeah.
clown was not doing its job. I'll just say that.
no, no, it wasn't.
Not the
But
bull. I'm talking about the actual rodeo clown that was on the field.
no, on it.
That's my ice moment in this one.
Hey, he gave the money away.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at him. Also, this is the return of Barry Corbin to the podcast.
What was he in before?
Critters 2,
Oh shit!
That's wild.
replacing Emmett Walsh in that movie. But not this time.
Yeah.
And Craig T. Nelson and Richard Pryor, and probably some other people.
I feel like Emmett Walsh should have been in this movie, or could have been.
Honestly, this feels like the perfect movie for him.
Oh hell yeah. Richard Pryor is the connecting tissue for last week.
Mhm.
Yep, that's why I literally only reason why I chose this one, pretty much.
I do want to watch Silver Streak. I'm hoping I'll
Please
like
do.
that one better.
I really enjoyed that one. But it's also been a very long time since I've seen it, so who knows?
Yeah.
COVID days.
But yeah, it was disappointing for sure. I just think it's funny because it's been almost a year. I think it's been almost a year exactly since you picked Summer School Matt, since we did that episode. And I was like, a year later, the exact same situation where you just picked a comedy that I'm sure you, in all earnestness, thought would be a good pick, and then just I fucking hated it.
I still think it's a good pick. I mean, just
I know, but like for me, I'm just like
Yeah,
you thought we would all like it.
I
But
did. I did consider that we would all like this one, but it had also been years since I had seen it, so I forgot how like out of wacky it was. But there's still, again, this, I still stand by some of the scenes, but I don't disagree. It's a mess of a plot, but
Matt, are
yeah,
you still ride or die for summer school, or how do you
yeah,
feel? Okay.
definitely. You know, I still, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the greatest movie of all time.
I'm
just says
still
so
Mark
much.
Harmon is my sexy teacher. You know what I mean?
fucking
I
bestiality.
rally on that one. Hmm?
Bestiality. Fuck, I'm gonna expose him soon. Just you wait.
He's not
Is
Richard
Steve,
Gere, Sam.
Last going to do an expose on him next?
I hope so.
No, because Steve Lass also likes Mark Harmon.
But
Oh,
I think Steve Lass would be so interested due to their enjoyment of Mark Harmon to where if they found out anything bad, they'd have to get to the bottom of it. So then either A, they can tell the world, or B, keep it to themselves and never
wait,
let
Matt, is that why you really hate Steve Lass? Is because you're jealous that you don't want him to have Mark Harmon before you? Are you competing for
Well,
Mark Harmon with him?
I didn't really think about it that way, but you might have a point, Jackson. I
Oh my
might be
God.
just a little jealous of this fucker.
Wow. We're
I'm
we're
not letting
unpacking
him
all kinds of
expose.
things here
I'm
today.
not letting him expose Mark Harmon. I'm gonna expose Mark Harmon to myself.
I was about to say, you want him to expose himself to you, isn't that right?
Yeah, all his deepest, darkest secrets deep inside me.
Wow.
any
Well,
day, any
We're
week,
gonna leave it at
any
that.
time,
We're gonna leave it at that. Huh?
any day, any week, any time we see you,
Especially in class.
Mark Harmon.
I would also like to point out that this is this is a poltergeist reunion in this movie because we got Craig T. Nelson and Joe Beth Williams.
Is there Beth Williams in this?
She's the love interest girl.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
Who also just comes the fuck out of nowhere in the second half of the movie. I'm just like, what are we doing? There's a scene where
Meanwhile,
she gives up. I have to point this out. There is a scene where she literally bails on a joke in the middle of the fucking scene, where she's talking to Gene Wilder with the lawyer, and he's like, "What, you two are you married? No, we're cousins." "Well, how are you cousins? I don't really see a resemblance." "Well, it's a long story. His mom was a dancer, and you know what? It's not important. Anyway, I'm like, you just bailed on a joke in the middle of the fucking scene. Like, god damn this movie. Like, and there's another scene later on just like that where she's just like, "Okay, so I found something out. I've been doing some digging at the club, and I found this out. And you ever see that movie A Place in the Sun? That's my favorite movie." And they completely abandon what they were just talking about. That whole conversation just gets left by the wayside, and then they just go into a whole different thing. And I'm like, God damn this movie. This movie has ADHD and it's driving me fucking crazy. Like, God damn it. Make like an X-Wing pilot and stay on target. God damn it.
it feels like a movie fueled by Coke. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Well, Richard Pryor definitely was at this time, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Gene
I will
Wilder's
say
joining him.
I really enjoyed the shot of the when they like wait and then she gets in the car and then they drive off. I like the lighting in that and the way that the dirt flies up and everything and they're just driving out of there like some fucking goddamn the bastards that they are
Yep.
Mhm.
for actually ruining their life at the end for just not fucking staying in prison for goddamn 2 days.
I also didn't understand why they were trying to kill them. Did I miss that?
Hmm?
Can one of you explain to me why Craig T. Nelson and Jonathan Banks were trying to kill them? I thought the whole point was they wanted them to win the rodeo so they could get the money.
I think he was jealous because he wanted to be the bull rider or something like that. I don't think it was very thought out, but that's what I got from it.
Because I didn't, I was thinking about it towards the end. I was like, because I was just going with it up until that point, and then I was like, wait, why are they trying to kill them? I don't think they've said that yet, unless I missed a line, which is possible, but I don't think I
They're
did.
racist and they don't like the Gene Wilder's his friend.
Good enough for me.
smart choice of words. Very smart choice of words.
Yep. Long pause. Friend.
They don't like that he's a nurse.
Yeah. I will never beat this. It'll follow me the rest of my goddamn life.
Forever and ever. That's who Steve Lass is really going to do the expose on.
Yes, all of us.
Well, maybe just Sam for that one.
Yeah. There's a lot to report on that front.
Yeah. It's I don't think we've been 3 for 3 since have we been 3 for 3 since the streak has been broken?
We had one.
Yeah.
We had one.
Yesterday?
It
We had
was
one,
the
right?
Fisher King. Why the fuck am I blanking?
The whale?
The whale and
Whatever the hell else.
God
Yeah, I thought we all liked last week's picks because like Shrink wasn't.
Oh yeah, I guess Shrink Dick and Lost Highway, yeah. Okay, we were 3 for 3 on that one.
Yeah, I mean, now we're not playing it as close to the chest anymore. So
But you know what? That means we're taking risks.
yeah,
That's what we do here on the 3 for 3 podcast.
we're out here getting back to our roots of Jackson hating my pick.
Things are feeling a little nostalgic in that way.
That's where I was like prepared for you to find it unfunny, but I was not prepared for you to find the movie boring. And so now I'm a little nervous for my pick next week, but we'll see. Because I'm really worried you'll find it boring. But I hope you enjoy it.
You mean the week after next week?
We
already have the underrated gem special locked in for next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't even remember what yours is.
I have them all written down, I think.
Oh, the 13th Warrior. That's right.
Motherfucker.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to think of that one.
But I hope you like it.
I'm curious. I've
I
always
hold
been curious.
memories of that in the same light that I hold memories of Rise of Leslie Vernon. So.
Hey, if Antonio Banderas is in it, I'm in.
And at least we're gonna have the sequel.
I'm gonna have to get the lotion out for that one. What?
Yeah.
We're gonna get the sequel to Rise of Leslie Vernon on the podcast too.
Yes,
yes.
When it comes out.
Yes. We're just gonna go ahead and take credit for this now. That us having that movie on the show was the reason that the sequel got made. I'm just gonna go ahead and just start that narrative.
I fully.
We should message their Instagram and let them know that we did that, and then see if we can get in the movie as people he kills. But we're doing a podcast about him, and then he somehow appears in all 3 places at once and kills us.
Bro, we're gonna slide into this man's DM so fast. Oh
I think
shit!
He's gonna be in Charlotte for the Mad Monster Con in late September. So
all right, this is our mission. This is our mission. We got to make this happen.
Get him to film you guys when he's in North Carolina, and then when he comes here for a con, get him to film with me.
We'll be stalking him the way Leslie Vernon stalked that girl.
Yeah.
I was thinking that I would, since I didn't buy the mask last time, this time I'm gonna make the mask, and then have it on when I meet him, and then when he kills us, he'll be wearing the mask that I made.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Interesting time for sure.
Yes. Good.
I'm glad I could check it off my box.
Good discussion.
Yes,
good discussion. And
we ripped the Band-Aid off for you, Jackson. And I promise you have much in store for our next movie. It's something you feel very strongly about, and something I feel very strongly about, and something I'm pretty sure Matt feels very strongly about as well.
I don't.
That's fair.
You know, the one thing I will say before we move on is, Jackson, would this movie have been any more entertaining or funny if they were drinking Gatorade at certain points of the movie?
Well, it's funny you should ask that, Matt, because I think if they had been drinking a cool, refreshing Gatorade, this movie absolutely would have been better. Just gonna put that out there, as everything is with this electrolyte replenishing drink that is good for just whatever, Come on, Gatorade, give us the money. Give it to us, goddammit.
Or hear no evil, but we see you.
And we see Gatorade.
Yeah.
Oh, we see you, all right. Whether it be with 2 eyes or with 1. Foreshadowing.
Yes, we're gonna start calling Gatorade by its shortened name, AIDS.
God damn it.
Well, now I feel like we're gonna have to do Philadelphia because if we're doing the whole, picking an actor from last week thing, this is a good opportunity because Tom Hanks will be here next week, so
Very, very good opportunity.
we'll have to see.
Anywho,
Fitting if you want the spoiler for what my pick is after that episode, because red is in the title.
Ooh, interesting. But so I guess we're wrapped up on Stir Crazy.
Yes, we
maybe
are.
I'd say we are.
And you know what? I'm feeling a little crazy myself because I walked out there, did all that shit between the breaks, and I didn't even fucking get to the goddamn thing that I went out there for in the first place. And you know what? I think that fucking ties into this next film. This film that all three of us have gone and taken the trip to, and many links. Jackson has taken many trips to go see this film and accrued a great distance of travel to see it. Matt has gone a great distance and many trials and tribulations to see it. I traveled 700 plus miles to see it. And all I got out of it was this goddamn little figurine, and it was some fucking bullshit. The Odyssey, folks. We are here.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally happening.
Wang.
I've been waiting for a month for this moment, and now it is here. And I just don't see anything that could potentially root. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think someone's here. Oh no. Oh no. I hope that's not. Oh dear God. Oh dear God, no. Oh God. Oh my God, no.
What the fuck?
Trying to figure
Someone
out
just
what the
break
bit's gonna
into
be.
his house? Into his docile home?
Uh-huh.
Into my own private domicile. No, please. Oh my goodness gracious. This is terrible. Guys, I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one. No, no, no.
Somebody get that beggar out of there.
I mean, for real. Matt, this would have been perfect opportunity. I'm feeling a little unsettled. If he screams like the fucker in the cave, the goddamn one-eyed motherfucker, I'm going to shut my laptop. Oh my God.
Oh dear God.
Oh, good Lord. Somebody get some sheep to tickle his balls.
Where's a pencil when you need it?
Damn, I don't have one around me. I have this little horse
That's
offering
actually
for
eating
you
Sam's penis every time he sees it.
in the Red Roof Inn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know, boys. I really thought that Cyclops was going to get me. I really did.
Well,
But-
I'm glad it didn't eat you or your
Hopefully
pecker.
the music was audible.
I was about to say that was the most dramatic reading we've had since the Comet episode when I gave that opening monologue.
Yep. But yeah, oh man, the Cyclops just broke in and tried to kill me, guys. I thought I was a goner. Thankfully, I was able to escape his clutches by pretending to be one of his sheep. I think I might have cursed us though, because on my way out, I discovered he was a son of Poseidon, and well, I could have just gotten out
Fuck.
scot free, but see, the problem is I shot an arrow at him, and I poked out his eye, so I think he's cursed us. I think going forward, we're gonna have a lot of horrible things happen to us here on this podcast, but we're gonna have to just hope that the gods spare us.
Jackson,
Anyway.
does in terms of sheep, when it comes to carpets matching the drapes, is it the texture of the wool? Or is that like an accurate depiction?
Oh yes, Mr. Holler.
Thank
Oh yes, indeed.
That's much needed information for when I pretend to be a sheep as well.
Good to know. But
They just they take off their like cod piece and it's just the biggest bush you've ever seen and it makes them look like a sheep. It's because they didn't manscape back then. So
Why are we the writers for Scary Movie 7? For fuck's sake.
Come on, Wayans Brothers, get in touch with us. This is gold here. But yes, the 2026 global phenomenon, now the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, the smash hit, the movie of the summer other than Spider-Man, The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's epic retelling of the classic poem, one of the oldest stories in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do is, of course, picture this. It is ancient Greece, many thousands of years ago, and you are a man, a trick, a ploy, a war to break the walls of Troy and send it burning to the ground. And who are you? What is your name? Odysseus, goddammit. That's who you are. Or, I guess you could say, your name is also Majestic. You are played by the one and only motherfucking GOAT, Matt Damon. And you've been in Troy for a long goddamn time. 10 years, as a matter of fact, fighting in the Trojan War, as we discussed when we talked about Troy. And finally, you've won the war. You had the idea to design the Trojan horse, which you and all of your soldiers hid inside of, and the Trojans took it into the city, and, they snuck out of the horse, let everybody inside Troy, burn the city, and so now it's all over. So you gotta go home. But the problem is, once you start to go home, you get a little lost along the way. Just a little bit. And you run into all kinds of fuck shit while you're trying to get home to Ithaca, which is where you are the king of. You are the king of Ithaca. And, you run into a Cyclops who eats a lot of your homies and is, in fact, a son of Poseidon who curses you for the whole rest of your journey. And you run into some giants with armor on, and they also attack you and chase you and kill a lot of your men. And you run into a witch who turns your boys into pigs, and, that's all fucked up and scary. And then you go to the underworld and you meet all your dead homies who try to chase you. And then you fucking, go to the Sun God's Island where he's got his cattle. And they told you in the underworld, don't do it. Don't eat his fucking cattle or your men will die. But goddammit, they can't help themselves. They do it anyway. And after all this is said and done, you end up on an island with Charlize Theron. Trapping you, feeding you lotus flower for 7 years. And, I'm just going to say, I think there are worse fates you can meet than having to eat Charlize Theron's lotus flower for 7 years. But, that's just me. If you want to look at that as a bad thing, then, that's totally up to you.
It's only a bad thing once she hits 50.
What's that?
It's only a bad thing once you hit 50.
If you say so. But,
Or at least that's the only one that'll be blowing.
Behold, the head of your precious Queen Furiosa!
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
What's that?
So the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Amen, baby. Amen. But, yeah, you run into all kinds of fuck shit, man. And you also have to go past the sirens and hear their song. And a giant fucking whirlpool and just an absolutely unprecedented amount of fuck shit that you gotta endure just to get home to your wife. And meanwhile, your wife Penelope, played by Anne goddamn Hathaway, of course, and your son Telemachus, portrayed by Spider-Man himself, Mr. Tom Holland, well, they're dealing with their own brand of unprecedented fuck shit. Because they got dozens and dozens and dozens of suitors. And these motherfuckers, they're dangerous. You do not come between a red-blooded man and Anne Hathaway. You just don't do it. When Anne Hathaway's ass is on the line, oh, these motherfuckers will do anything. Especially Antinous, betrayed by Robert Goddamn Pattinson. He is the most diabolical of all the suitors, and he's got a plan to marry her and kill Tom Holland and seize the throne for himself.
He's after that
And-
pog, if you know what I'm saying.
What's that? What'd you say?
He's after that pog, if you know what I'm saying.
Again,
Actually,
he's a man of taste.
actually, he's after a MILF specifically.
Yeah, again, he's a man of taste, Antinous. But no, he is actually the biggest bitch who ever lived in all of human history, as we will find out.
Robert Pattinson playing a weird little fuck. What else is new?
What else is new? He's done it at least 3 times this year. He'll do it 2 more. But you know, it's just all kinds of shit. And eventually, if Odysseus makes it home, if that even is possible, he's gonna have to kick all of these motherfuckers out of his goddamn castle, and that's not gonna be easy. But if there's one man can do it, it's him. And there's all man, the cast of this movie is gigantic. In addition to the people that I've already mentioned, we got a motherfucker who's been following us around recently, Mr. John Leguizamo.
Third time this season.
Yes, he is here, of course. And we've got also, as I said, we got Charlize Theron. We got John Bernthal, who as usual is going to tell us something, goddammit. We got Lupita Nyong'o. We got Elliot Page. We got Bill Irwin as the Cyclops. We got fucking Benny Safdie, Aura farming like a motherfucker as King Agamemnon. I think we can already call it. Like, we don't need to see any more movies for the rest of the year. The most aura in any movie all year long. Hands fucking down. We got all kinds of people. We got Ryan Hurst. We got Mia Goth. We got Logan Marshall Green. We got fucking just Samantha Morton. We got so many goddamn people in this movie. And it's just crazy. And yeah, it is and Corey Hawkins, who I feel like is not being talked about enough. He's one of the standouts in this movie.
I was really hoping you'd forget to say his name, so then that could be the first thing I bring up.
but no, you would have brought it up, but you wouldn't have remembered his name probably.
That's the only name I remembered from this goddamn Corey Hawkins.
And Zendaya.
Hamish Patel as well.
And Hamish Patel, yes, thank you. Who is also one of the standouts in this movie.
Fucking hidden under a blanket of the marketing. Not marketing, but like people's conversations.
His name should have been on the poster.
Exactly.
I mean, genuinely. And yes, other people. Will Yoon Lee is in this too. Underrated actor he is. He's the guy who jumps in after the sirens in the water. And yeah, it's man. Travis Scott is.
I'm not gonna lie, he took me out of the movie just a little bit. In the beginning, because it took me out of the movie this much, and then the credits happened, and I was locked in. But before that, I was kind of like smiling a little too hard.
And honestly, one of my favorite people in the movie, James Remar. That was one of my favorite scenes.
Wait, oh shit! I need to rewatch that then because
he's the Hades.
He was Tiresias, the guy from the underworld.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
I think I might have recognized that. There's just so many things going on at that point.
I love it because in this and in Oppenheimer, he's got one scene, but he's very memorable both times. It's like an important scene. And I like Christopher Nolan casting him twice in a row as that, basically. But yes, so that is the Odyssey, or at least the brief version of the Odyssey. The Cliff Notes version, if you will. And now, boys, we're going to dive in. Go ahead and tell me what you thought.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Corey Hawkins because I really emphatically love 89% of this movie. The first 1%, and I'm going to break it down, the 11% that I have problems with. The first one is that I fully believe you witnessing this film is why you did not like Stick It, because you had already seen something so goddamn good that there was no way you were going to like that movie.
You're probably right.
Then
to some degree.
The next percentage, the jumps. So it's no fucking secret on this goddamn show that I knew fucking jack all shit about this movie, for some goddamn reason. But Travis Scott scared the fuck out of me when he came up on my screen, and that's 1%. And then immediately after Corey Hawkins, I was like, I had no fucking clue you were in this movie. I'm so happy you're in this movie, but it scared the shit out of me when I saw him. Mia goddamn Goth, I was not prepared for whatso fucking ever. I was taking a sip of my drink when the Cyclops roared, and that shit fucking made me choke on my drink because it was so fucking loud. And then the remaining 4 or 5% is the last like 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. It just felt so rushed at the very end. But everything leading up to that moment is one of the most goddamn great fucking things I've seen all year. Matt Damon fucking 1Ving like goddamn 80 people is one of the most badass things I've ever needed in my life. I loved it. The music is wonderful. The visuals are wonderful. The fucking, I don't remember the names of them, but the giant fighters with the armors.
Lystragonians.
Yes. Breathtaking moment. I did not expect, for some fucking stupid reason, because bear with me, my biggest exposure to this story is Percy Jackson. And so like I knew all the stuff that goes on, but I didn't exactly like know how it happened. So I was so surprised that the Cyclops was like fucking 30 minutes into the goddamn movie, and I was locked as fuck from then on. I love the way, especially I want to make this connection to Permanent Midnight of how you're just getting a goddamn dude who is trying to get off his goddamn drugs, talking to a blonde woman, trying to tell her how he got to this goddamn point. And I really appreciated that aspect. I really enjoyed Tom Holland. I don't get why people say he's bad in this movie.
Bro, who's saying that shit?
Oh, I see it a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
I will fight a motherfucker. This is the best performance he's ever given.
Enough. The feast is done. Or this feast is done.
But I feel like once they finish, it's just like boom, Matt Damon has this giant fucking bandage on his neck. It's over. And I was like,
I mean, I loved Logan Marshall Green just throwing all the weapons through the fucking
that
floor.
was a
And
jump
he's
scare
just
for
like,
me
get
too.
the spears, get the spear, you know. Like,
Damn,
I was
I imagine
so
this
happy
entire movie
that he
was just
showed up.
jump scare after jump scare for you.
It was shocking, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad the pieces are finally put in their place. And R.I.P. to Elliot Page. They deserved better. And so did Agamemnon. I really thought Agamemnon was going to be the villain, and I was so shocked that man just got done dirt.
Because of Troy, that's why you thought that.
So it was bullshit.
I thought Benny Safdie
Got
was doing a
murked.
great job, and then he started talking, and I heard Benny Safdie, and I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of
like,
had
that's
the
kinda
same
funny.
thought. I was like, oh, you just sound like Benny Safdie.
yeah, I was kind of
Very
waiting for him to do, like, a
intimidating
thick
visual
accent or something.
presence, though.
Oh my! Literally,
Uh,
the man has like more aura than should be possible. I mean,
Yeah.
like just the shot during the siege of Troy of the shot from behind of him walking up the goddamn steps. I was like,
it was
he's
his
got more
Darth
aura
Vader
just from
Rogue
that
One
than
moment.
I'll ever have
completely.
in my life.
I was thinking very Darth Vader. It felt, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of how in Rogue One the smoke is all around him and then the lightsaber turns on. It was like that for me.
The scene where they open the gates, yeah,
Yeah.
that was that scene for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome though.
I
And I
mean, this-
love. I don't know if y'all read that. Sorry, I cut you off, Matt. That they had so many invented lights to make the fire flickers happen. And I'm just like,
I love that.
Yeah, no, I mean, this movie, so I saw this in glorious IMAX 70 millimeter
I'm so jealous.
because we in Colorado fortunately
Fuck you.
have that. And I might just go see it again sometime soon. But it's really cool because, like, you're really just invested in it. And this movie, I feel like it's going to hit even just as hard on a TV screen. Like, not that it's, you know, it's deserving of a huge screen, but I know eventually when it comes to TV, it's still going to be a badass fucking movie to watch. And for how long is it? Like 2 hours and 53 minutes or something like that?
Mhm.
Goes by so fast.
mm-hmm.
By the end of the movie, you're just like you said, Sam, it's like it feels rushed, but it's like we've really taken a long time to get to this point, and so they just get to the point, and he just fucking goes ham. And I kind of like that he was fucking with him for a bit, just pretending to be a beggar the whole time instead of just walking in like I'm Odysseus. But he was told that it's not gonna like you said, Jackson, it's not going to be easy to get these dudes out of your house.
I did read on Letterboxd someone's review said take a shot every time someone says beggar, and I feel like you would die.
Oh yeah.
That is
Yep.
said 30 to 40 times in the last.
And is that just hearing shit, or did somebody drop the F bomb near the end, like once or twice?
I don't remember it.
I don't remember that either.
That's why I was like,
I've seen
I
it
thought I
3
could have sworn I
times,
heard
I
an
don't
F bomb.
remember it.
And I was like, why were people were complaining about it not being historically accurate? Not that I give a shit. But I was like, I don't know if he was trying, if they're just dropping F bombs.
My
at one
favorite
point.
thing, by the way, is like it's not historically accurate. It's like, yeah, there weren't cyclopses or witches or sirens in ancient Greece, dumbass. Like
Literally.
like you think it's not historically accurate? Like, did that not clue you in?
I mean I feel like also like every 0.5 seconds, if you stop the frame, that's better than like 75% of directors' entire filmographies. It's just so fucking masterfully done. And, I never felt like bogged down by it being a period piece or anything like that. It didn't feel slow whatsoever. The pacing was just right on the target. And Matt Damon is ripped, bro. He is just fucking. That
He
is the
was
most
in
ripped
The
I've seen him
Rip.
since Jason Bourne. Huh?
He was in The Rip, and then he got ripped.
Yes.
Uh,
And,
him fucking pulling that bow and locking it in, I was just like, I don't give a fuck about Anne Hathaway. Give me my Matt Damon, daddy.
yep. I like how he doesn't even have to shoot it. He just has to string it and pluck it, and people know who he is.
Because he's the only
But,
one who could do it.
yep. And when he had to make that decision to, kill 6 of his men, or else all of them were gonna die, that was pretty intense. And then the way they did it with like the freaking crabs just on the island, just grabbing him. I was like, that's some intense ass shit.
He
And,
really cared about his men, though. That's one of the things that like endears you to him is he really wants to make sure his men get home.
His line about suffering for the things that he did in the war, but also the most beautiful thing ever when he's talking about the siren song was one of my favorite moments, and like capturing his character and where he was at, and just getting that glimpse of what he heard but still not being able to hear it is wonderful.
Just the way you faintly see the sirens in the distance too, so you get an idea of what they look like, but you don't really see them. I love that.
Yep. I was wondering. I was like, wonder what they actually were saying. You know what I mean? And I feel like I don't know if they've done that meme yet, but I think that'd be a pretty funny meme.
Oh, I've seen so many memes of him tied to the ship mast, and them playing different things and shit.
I haven't seen those yet. I feel like that would be a meme.
That's one of the biggest, memes from the Odyssey is just them playing different songs or whatever.
The big one I get is the Cyclops whale edit, and I love it.
The one I get is this feast is done. I don't know why. That's the one I get.
That's the newest one that I've seen a bunch. Like
You know,
those, and then somebody get these beggars out of here are all the biggest ones.
the Cyclops whale edit is one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my life.
The actual Cyclops scream is the sound that I made when I was watching The Spoils of Babylon. Just putting that out there.
And you were blinded for a short period of time.
Yes.
And there is one gaping hole in this movie, and it's that at 0 points, at not 1 point in this movie did Matt Damon drink a Gatorade.
He would have gotten home a hell of a lot sooner.
Yep, he needs his electrolytes,
That's actually how he survived without eating for so long. While his men ate the meat, he was drinking Gatorade.
There's Gatorade bottles washing up on shore.
Athena kept giving him Gatorades.
Exactly.
He was looking out.
They said you can't eat the cattle, but you can drink the Gatorade.
And they still chose to eat the cattle.
There's a cooler and a bucket of ice. Please make sure to refill.
It's like Sam, you're talking about that country that puts the commercials in the movie, like the Star Wars movie.
Crystal.
Yep, it's that. Except it just cuts to the Matt Damon drinking a Gatorade, and then just the next cut is him going to see his men eating the cattle.
Oh my god!
And they're pigs.
But
the pig scene is just insane. I loved it.
Don't even. Oh man, that's a whole discussion in and of itself. That scene.
I feel like I could live in that weird ass fucking world house hut and seeing her do all sorts of crazy shit to people for endless amount of times. And I love the reveal of him shooting the deer and then it just falling out of his eyesight and running over.
Yeah. Honestly, this movie is one of those things where like they could have done one whole movie per each island, and this is like 8 movies in one.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Uh,
And yeah, because that's the thing. It's like, holy shit, every island is so like intriguing, and just every part of the story is just so packed with stuff, and you know. So I'll just say, like, oh my god, this movie. Like, I need to rewatch Inception and Interstellar, but the first time I saw it, I was like, this is one of my favorite movies ever. It's one of my favorite Christopher Nolan movies. The second time I saw it was a religious experience. I just fucking, I mean, see, because I saw it in IMAX twice. The first time and the second time I saw it in IMAX both times. And I was just, the second time I was just like, holy shit. Like, wow. Yeah, again, that's one of my, and then the third time I saw it, I was like, I think this might actually be my favorite Christopher Nolan movie now. I'm not sure. Like, I need to rewatch those other two again. But it's in that fucking S tier with all those movies. And, you know, this is legitimately one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. It's one of my favorite things. I've you got to understand how rare it is for me to see something in theaters 3 times. Like, and I've done it in the span of a month. And I'm literally just I'm gonna keep going back to see this until they take it out of theaters. Like, I'm just gonna keep I can't. It's unbelievable. Every time I watch it, I find something else that I didn't notice the last time. There's just so much. It's so incredible. It is literally like the visuals that are in this movie and the shots that he gets and the effects that he achieves, and I mean just the emotional investment in the journey. I think it is also very moving that such a that the old like one of the oldest stories in existence, you know, has gotten such a one of the grandest, biggest scale movies to ever exist. Like all these years later, it's gotten that treatment. I think that's kind of powerful in a way. And I just think, you know, Nolan, bro knows how to do it. Like you said, Matt, there are shots in this movie that like just one shot in this is better than anything that like most directors have ever done. You know, I mean, just Hoyte van Hoytema, the cinematographer who shot a lot of his movies, is a fucking god. Ludwig Göransson is a fucking god. This score is unbelievable. I do not understand how this man is able to keep producing such banger scores for every movie that he does. And just the
With
entire
the signature sound too. Like you can I didn't know who composed it going in and then I immediately was like, oh, guess I know.
yeah, you could just tell. And just like Matt Damon, one of the best performances of his career. I'm so happy for him because it's been a long time since he last led a big movie like this. I think The Martian was the last time he really did, and I'm so happy for him that this is
The
he's,
last night
he's
was pretty
proven
big.
himself. Say what?
The last night was pretty big.
Yeah, but nobody saw it.
Last Duel.
Oh, you're talking or Last Duel, sorry.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like a big movie where like it was, you know, and even then he was the co-lead with Adam Driver in that movie. So, you know, like he's the front and center of the lead.
And
It's a
Jodie
big
Comer
movie.
or Comer.
True.
Mm-hmm.
They were all yeah.
Yeah. And I'm very proud of him for like proving that he's still got it, you know, because bro has been goated for so long. I've always loved him to death. He's one of my favorite actors. So seeing him have such a remarkable success, you know, that he's still got it after all these years is awesome, and he just crushes it. Anne Hathaway, maybe my favorite performance she's ever given, especially the second time I saw it. She just broke my heart. Something about the delivery when she's talking about the pin that he had on. Something about the way she delivered that line, like, did he wear it often? And then she starts sobbing, just shattered me. And then Tom Holland, best performance he's ever given. John Leguizamo, who honestly I think may have been my favorite character in the movie. Like, best performance of his fucking career. He was a show stealer.
He was loyal
And-
to Odysseus the whole time.
He's
What's
a
that?
dog killer
He was
though.
loyal to Odysseus the whole time.
He was till the fucking very end. And Argus, who was the goat, fucking Argus the dog, he was a real one. Waited for his master to get home. And, you know, everyone. Charlize Theron, John Bernthal, Elliot Page was really good. Benny Safdie just, you know, being a badass motherfucker. Corey Hawkins, who I feel like isn't getting talked about enough. Bill Irwin as the Cyclops. Himesh Patel. Everybody just from top to bottom killing it. And then people like who had smaller roles but were still very like Ryan Hurst. I honestly thought he didn't have like a huge part, but I don't know, something about his character I really liked, and I liked the way he played it. And
Lupita Nyong'o was striking. I didn't expect her face to be like all mutilated and stuff. And
that was one of the coldest lines I've ever heard. The face that launched 1,000 ships, maybe about more 500 now. I was like, oh god damn, that was cold as ice, man. And she also jump scared the fuck out of me when she screamed and killed Benny Safdie. That was something else. Every time I saw it, I remember the third time I saw it, the person next to me literally jumped out of her chair when that happened. And I also will say, true testament, I know we have a minute left, true testament to Robert Pattinson and Corey Hawkins' acting being so despicable, because the first time I saw the movie, when Corey Hawkins got shot, everybody in my theater applauded because they were so happy to see when he's like, "You were Odyssey," and like everyone in my theater applauded. The third time I saw it, when Robert Pattinson got killed, everyone in my theater applauded. So I was just like, let's go. I love it. I love the communal shit like that, just seeing people's reactions. But yeah, I can't get over it. And like, that's just the overall, just the basic bullet points. I mean, if you break this thing down scene by scene, the Cyclops scene was like fucking life changing. That shit. Every time I see it, I think that's my favorite scene in the movie.
When he's chasing after them, my breath was just like choking on it because I couldn't breathe. In terms of like, I was like, he's so huge and he's gonna fucking get him.
Yep.
Exactly. And the fact that I swear to God, there's something to the fact that he actually didn't use CGI. It's Bill Irwin, like just made up as the fucking Cyclops, and they used camera trickery and editing techniques to make it look like he's there with them and shit. Because if it was a CGI thing, it wouldn't be as scary. But the fact that it's like, it appears to be a real being. And that scene where he's fucking eating the guy, and he's just staring over with his one eye and shit. I'm just like, ooh, that with Ludwig's score, it's chilling.
Yep.
And then
fucking his score at the end too, during the 1v80 scene, is just insane.
Yeah, every time I watch it, that whole him just going God mode and killing everybody is just absolutely incredible. And
I'm surprised they haven't made an Odyssey video game.
Man, like, they might after this.
Yeah,
they just might.
Because it would work.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be the final boss fight for sure. And I just can't get over what a bitch Antinous is. Bro is literally just in the corner, not fighting at all, just in the corner, just like, get the spears, get the spears, get the shields. I'm just like, you were the biggest bitch that, I swear to God, like, you are legendary.
I really wanted to see them rip the fucking scalp off of Mia Goth. Like, I did not like her character because she was a fucking conniving ass bitch.
That's right.
He knows how to cast
quote
him.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. Yep. To quote Shia LaBeouf in the middle of a New Orleans bar one night. But
I just always think about that video of him just grabbing her freaking boobs right in public.
Haven't seen that one.
Yep.
All right.
Have you guys not seen that one? Just look it up. It's pretty insane.
Interesting.
Yep.
But
unless if it was
that's obviously great. The Lystragonian scene is great. The music in that scene is fantastic.
I think that's one of the walk-up moment of them is one of my favorite things ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I love hearing Matt Damon talk about this woman that was like his fill-in and how great her arms are.
Yep, and the fact that they really use 7-foot fucking guys to play those dudes, and the fact that like, oh my God, and I just gotta, the pig scene. Oh my God, like, I was physically sick during that scene. Like, actually, that was like the most scary, unnerving scene I have ever seen in anything. I swear to God, it took me 10 minutes to recover from that shit because I didn't know. I've never read the story. I did not know what was happening, and so the buildup of it was so just nerve-wracking. And then when she started to do that, And the fact that, again, not to beat a dead Trojan horse, but like the fact that that was all done practically is the craziest shit that I have ever seen. Just her just twisting their goddamn faces, and I was just like literally in my seat, just like, oh my fucking god. Like 10 minutes later, I was still recovering from it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, I swear. And Samantha Morton was phenomenal in that scene as well. And oh man,
I want to go back and see that scene in the sense that like, or the part after with Matt Damon, because I wonder if you could see their rings in the bowl the whole time. And I'm like, that's a really fucking goddamn smart catch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole thing is just that's one of my favorite things of going back to see it two more times was just catching little things like at the beginning when he gets wounded by the boar and he gets the scars on his ankles, and then later the maid at the castle is like cleaning his feet, and she sees the shit, and she's just like, she notices it's him. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, wait, what? What did she see? What gave it away? Because I'd forgotten about that, because so much had fucking happened in between. And then seeing it the second time, I was like, oh yeah, that's, you know, just little details that you didn't catch the first time because there was so much going on, you know. Which, funny enough, was also kind of how Oppenheimer was on the second watch as well, because that's just how Nolan writes, I guess. But yeah, and just so many. Oh my god, the scene where fucking the crew dies. That was just so just the fact. Like, I love that line from Odysseus where when they get back on the boat and he says, like, it just gives you a sense of just like the world they live in and what they're up against, where just everything is against them, like the gods themselves, like they control every. Just when he says like the winds dropped long enough for us to get out onto Poseidon's ocean under Zeus's sky. You know, I'm just like, the ocean and the sky are against them, god damn it. Like, how do you beat that? You know? He's trying to beat just the world itself because the gods control every aspect of the world and shit. And it's just crazy. And then just that scene where Himesh Patel, God bless him, is one of the highlights of the movie, one of the standouts. That scene where he's just, it's lightning and it's rain and the ship's getting destroyed and he's just screaming like, pray for forgiveness, like that shit. Just every time I see it, I'm just like, oh man, this is fucked.
I feel so bad for Andrew Howard, like him just getting fucking plucked up.
I know, because
Damn.
he was one of the bigger like guys who had more lines and shit, so you got a little more attached to him. But
yeah, it made you really not sure who the fuck was going next when that was happening, because I was like, who were they gonna get?
Genuinely, at any given moment, you don't know who's going next. I mean, that's the thing. I felt bad for William Lee when he, you know, jumped into the ocean with the sirens and shit. I was just like, man, that's fucked.
He's right where he wants to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
That's where he thinks he wants to be. That's the fucked up thing. I'm just like, ah, man, they're gonna do God knows what to him.
Been there, done that.
Haven't we all? But yeah, and just like, and oh my god, the underworld scene, that entire sequence was just breathtaking. I mean, just the shots,
the texture of it is what really unsettled me. Like that kind of ashy grain.
Mm-hmm. And then it's also cool because James Remar and I are kindred spirits, because I played Tiresias in my freshman year of high school when we did scenes from Antigone. We didn't do the whole play, but so I was like, hey, you know, I know that character.
Game sees game, and
would have been funny. Would have been funny if it was Tyrese Gibson. It's Tiresias Gibson.
Oh man, his Django Unchained audition is the funniest thing to ever exist. If either of you have seen that,
No,
but I want to.
Yeah, I
oh,
was
I'm
about to
sending
say.
that. The minute we're done with this, I'm sending that to you. That is the funniest
Fucking
thing.
Matt, you send me Shia LaBeouf grabbing her titty. You send me Tyrese Gibson's Django.
Oh yeah,
I'll find something to send to y'all.
comedy gold. But yeah, and just that whole sequence, and then yeah, just the Elliot Page knocking it out of the park in that one scene. Just like, you know, what comfort could that give me? Why did you have to lie to me and shit? And then yeah, Benny Safdie just once again, yeah, his voice was a little distracting, but he still had it as Agamemnon.
he did.
And you know, just his seeing his like silhouette come out of the crowd, still looking all badass as fuck and everything. Yeah, it's the whole goddamn movie. I mean, every fucking aspect of it. I can't remember the last time I was this obsessed with a movie. Like, I love it. I've watched every interview with the cast and with Nolan just because I want to know so much about how much they made it. And it's funny because it's kind of a full circle moment. Because I remember that was one of my best experiences in the theater ever was when we all saw Interstellar together in high school. And that was just like, I'll never forget. That shit just blew me away. It was, again, at the time, like, kind of what this is for me now. Just like one of the greatest, most amazing, mind-blowing things I'd ever seen. And it was just like, God damn it. I remember we were walking out of the theater and me and Matt were both just like, why the fuck are we even trying to be directors, God damn it? It's just like made us not want to do it anymore because we'll never make anything that good. Yeah. And, this one kind of had the effect of just like, oh my God, like, I want to make shit. I really do. Like, this just inspired me to, I'll never make anything like this, but I want to shoot for the moon, God damn it. Like, if he can make something like this, I can do something, So, inspirational in that sense.
Hell yeah, and that's why he fucking does it.
Amen.
Give it Best Picture, give it all the shit. I'm just saying it right now.
Well, it's definitely going to be Best Picture winner, I think.
I think so.
That's where I was not sure, because with so soon after Oppenheimer, I was worried that they were going to, like, not give it the wins. But I really don't know anything else this fucking year that could compete against it, other than Return to Silent Hill.
Forgot about that one.
Doesn't Digger come out this year?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Does Digger come out this year?
Oh yeah. My God.
I don't think that would like necessarily be better than this one, but I think it's going to be like second.
I think that's going to be one of the best movies of the year for sure. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, and then Dune 3, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the thing, because people are comparing Nolan to David Lean a lot right now, and this to Lawrence of Arabia. And if he does this, if he manages to win Best Picture and Best Director twice in a row, then he'll really be David Lean, because he did the same thing with Bridge on the River Kwai and Lawrence of Arabia back to back. So that would be pretty cool.
I'm just really fucking pissed that he's not going to do Bond or get the chance to do Bond, because I feel like it would just go so fucking hard.
I would give my left nut to see Christopher Nolan do a Bond movie.
And I want to see him do Tenet too. Bond.
I have my pick for who I want it to be, but we'll see what they do.
Kenneth Branagh. That's the only thing this movie's missing.
Pierce Brosnan coming back again.
Hey,
Josh Hartnett.
If he was British, maybe.
Mason Thames.
They resurrected Sean Connery's fucking corpse, and he's again.
And Roger Moore's. Yeah, I think Callum Turner would honestly be pretty good. That's just me.
His ears freak me out a little.
Yeah, I can see
Timothy Chalamet, anybody?
I will kill myself.
How about Jonathan Majors?
Oh, I'm here for that. Wholeheartedly.
Just for the novelty of it, I would be down with that. Just for the bit.
Hey, him and Bond both abused women, so.
They have both slapped women, that's true. You are correct. But, yeah. Anything else that you guys, any favorite scenes, moments, aspects, anything? That's really what I've been waiting for, because I've seen it 3 times, but I was just dying to hear what you guys thought.
I definitely am excited to watch it again, because I feel like there's so much that made sense, but also like didn't quite in certain aspects, like the Elliot Page flashback with the sun swapping. I didn't know which one was Elliot Page at first, and in that kind of context. But I just want to see the lighting. The lighting is one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, especially on the way they show the beach and all that kind of stuff. And it just made me think of how fucking amazing Dunkirk was when I went and saw that.
Yeah.
Gave me that.
Here's a question that I want to pose to you both. Is Charlize Theron a villain or not?
No.
She lived long enough to become the villain.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
'Cause
don't think so.
because
She was
I've
just
heard because
lonely.
the
She let
way
him
they're
go.
trying to
Exactly.
do it,
She's lonely.
That's not a
yeah.
crime.
I think that because I haven't fully. I think it's one of those deals where I'm like, I think she's done bad things and villainous things in the context of the story, but in the end, she does the right thing and sends him back on his way. You know.
And
It
helps
was
him remember
only
it, too.
7 years, and she was keeping him in good health,
Yeah. I
keeping him
low key feel
occupied.
like it's. I don't know. I think it's kind of telling that there was all that discourse around Odyssey. I mean, not Odyssey, Obsession, and the autonomy of certain characters and their decision making and their free will. And I'm just like, no one seems to give a shit that she basically spent 7 years raping him on that island because he wasn't.
Hey, I too
He
would be
wasn't with
storing.
his. She was clouding his mind that whole time.
I
But
too would be storing up that goddamn Damon semen in a fucking jar or something.
yeah.
Yeah, she'd be. He'd
Starting the
be.
super race.
I'd be giving him my lotus flower. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
By
And
that I
hey,
mean my
like I
asshole.
said, there are worse ways to spend 7 years,
Yep.
undoubtedly. But yeah, that was just something that every time I watch it, I'm kind of just her part of the story is the one I'm trying to focus on a lot. Or I'm just like, all right, like because I remember the second time I saw it, I was like, um, the moment I think she decides to help him and send him on his way is when she says like, "We're happy here. Like, why do you need to remember or something?" And he's like, "If it's like, don't you think that remembering would destroy the happiness?" And he's like, "If remembering destroys it, then it was never really happiness, and it's not worth remembering or whatever." And that's when I can. That's the moment when she finally gets him to start telling the story and trying to remember. And I'm just like, okay, so like it's a situation where is what she did right? No, but she is trying to,
Amends.
do the right thing in the end. So
If this
Except
movie
for
were
this
made
ain't
today,
no Spike Lee joint.
if this movie were made today, Anne Hathaway would have been back at the castle starring in OnlyFans, and all her suitors would have been her OnlyFans followers. And your son is just locked in his room, like, Mom, no.
no, she's doing it through the screen, and the suitors are just like out there just watching it on their phones. All the content that she's putting out.
Yep.
Crocheting lingerie, takes the photo shoot and undoes it every single time.
I also just have to say a sequence we have not talked about yet. The goddamn siege of Troy was crazy.
Mhm.
That scene where he's talking about like we've undone everything, and it wasn't. I swear to God, it wasn't until the third time I watched it that I really realized he keeps saying throughout the whole movie. People keep saying like, "Why don't you want to go home? Like, why are you so afraid to go home?" And he says in that monologue, he's like, what if the Odysseus you knew was afraid to return home because he was afraid that, the destruction that he had brought of Zeus's law and of, us being civil to each other and everything like that had spread to his home. And he couldn't bear to see what his actions had done to his home of Ithaca. And I'm just like, that's some deep shit, man. That's just. And I love the story. I've heard Matt Damon tell it, where he said when they were filming the Siege of Troy, again, no CGI. Every one of the soldiers you see is a real person. It's an extra. And he said, like, there's 1,000 extras. We're all in armor. We're all running and yelling and chanting. And there's buildings falling down and people are on fire. And he said it was like the single most like awe-inspiring thing I've ever seen on a set. Like all this stuff. And then Hoyte von Hoytema turned to him and said, "This is a flashback." And he's just like, even the flashbacks in this movie are like the biggest thing you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it goes to show
The gasp when they fucking stick that blade inside the horse and it goes straight right into that dude and they're just all covering his mouth. I'm just like,
and that whole scene too where they come out of the horse and open the gates, that shit was also wild. The suspense of that was nuts. But yeah, I just and again the twist of Athena is not like Zendaya was a separate person that they killed, and that's why she looks like her and stuff. cutting the head off of the Athena statue at the same time they killed her. Yeah, just so much to this movie. It's just, the whole thing is just phenomenal. And just him talking to Anne Hathaway through the screen. I don't know. All of it, everything about it. And God, the scene in the temple where they ambush and they kill Ryan Hurst and Matt Damon again goes God mode and kills all of them. Just, fuck, every scene in the movie is just so good. So good.
Yep.
But it's quite fitting to have such a historically important film for filmmaking, where a white man washes up on a beach without any memory and falls in love with the blonde woman and is taken forward on a ride of, did I do this? Did I not do this? As we've said before, and as many other people have, my God, what have we done? And with my pick, ladies and gentlemen, if we are okay to move on, is, if you'll picture this, one of the greatest love letters to cinema to also exist. The goated, beyond goat, Frank Darabont's hidden pleasure, if you will. The Majestic. A fucking goated fucking movie that really upsets me because it freezes halfway through. And I almost snapped my DVD copy in half because, as you'll come to find out, Sir Jim Carrey has washed up on this island and is dealing with some things beforehand that we will get into, but I like to save for later because he's mistaken for a young lad who went missing 9 years ago in mysterious circumstances during World War II.
Luke.
And I just am going to cut to the chase here because I can't fucking talk about this movie and its plot without saying, Jackson, thank you. But also, go fuck yourself, you goddamn piece of shit. You could have warned me. You could have warned me that I was in for one of the most upsetting jump scares of my goddamn life. A man who is already on this episode of the podcast, Mr. Matt goddamn Damon, being in this fucking...
Yep.
You want to know something? You want to know something? I've seen this movie before, and I forgot that he was in it, and so it jump scared me too.
Yeah, it jump scared me. I was like,
if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, no, I was so confused. I was like, no way, this is Matt Damon, and I looked it up, and I was like, holy shit, it's Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm. After about 3 seconds, I was like, is that
he should have really been the one washed up?
Goddamn Damon.
I immediately knew from his voice. The second he said a word, I was like, Damon.
Years later, he finally got his chance to wash up on shore.
Yep.
But he ain't holding no Lori. You'll catch my meaning. But, yes, you're Jim Carrey. You're a hotshot fucking Hollywood writer in the B movie level. You fucking wrote films starring the GOATs, who also returned to this podcast, the Pizza Papa himself, Bruce goddamn Campbell, and Cliff goddamn Curtis, who is once again trying to attack a younger girl. And you're just fucking living life. You got a fucking new script about fucking coal miners coming out. Studio fucking interference says, no, you gotta have a dog. You gotta have that companion.
Well, to be fair, how would the kid run up the mountain if he's like got braces on his legs? This ain't Forrest Gump.
I was gonna say Forrest Gump did it, and fucking that's how the fucking studio got to Christopher Nolan too, because they put the goddamn dog in that movie. Even though
They said, you know what, the Odyssey is missing a dog, and Christopher Nolan's like, actually, you're right. And they're like, you know what else the Odyssey is missing? Is some Gatorade. And he's like, fuck off.
Well, that's the issue. Because when you go to work the next day, everyone thought you were drinking a bottle of the red, and you are accused of things that you don't remember doing because you were a little lad in fucking college trying to get your dick wet.
Thought you were drinking a bottle of the red, but it turns out, oh, you were drinking a bottle of the reds, all right.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. If you drink red Gatorade back then, they were suspicious. Jackson
was
is a
delicious.
Am
communist.
I a communist, boys?
Yes.
And so you're ousted. Your fucking picture is just pulled under the rug. This was your chance. And so you go and talk and drink the little stuffed monkey, and you end up on a bridge, and you crash your car and go right the fuck off the bridge in one of the most intense, most like non-actiony action moments I have seen in a while. But you wash up on this shore. You ain't Matt Damon, but everyone thinks you're fucking Matt Damon. I wish I was fucking Matt Damon. But
Like Sarah Silverman.
yes. And you are in this town of just the most wholesome, innocent people to ever fucking exist. And you think things are good. And then they're not. And then you find a way to make them good again, but not. And this movie crushes my soul because you are taken on this journey to find the life that you never had, or maybe you had, but you don't know. Did this happen to you before? Do you have a whole other life? Or was that life that we saw at the beginning the life of the new post World War II PTSD Matt Damon? Because that fucking high school football photo looks very suspiciously like Jim Carrey. But you meet your father. You meet the town girl who was dating this missing boy. You get every fucking piece of goddamn goated ass fucking people in the Frank Darabont universe coming in, being the most wholesome people. I'm not saying their names because I can't remember a single fucking one of them right now. It's blinking me.
And they're all going to the list.
God damn it.
Jeffrey D. Munn.
Thank you. I'm trying to think
James
of who
Whitmore.
is.
Martin Landau?
I mean, Martin Landau is the go, and I was going to get to him in a minute.
David Odin Steers.
Thank you. That's the name I was thinking of. Hal Ashby. Fucking... No, Hal Holbrook?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I got it right.
Ashby's the director. Anyways.
So many returning actors, by the way.
James Redhorn? Isn't he in it?
James Whitmore, yep.
Whitmore.
Matt said Rebhorn.
I thought it was Rebhorn, but I could be wrong.
There is a James Rebhorn, but he's not in this movie.
Then I just got the actors mixed up then, because that's who I was thinking was in it.
Bob fucking Balaban once again plays the goddamn piece of shit villain that we do not need in our lives, trying to take us down, trying to stop our film careers, trying to stop us from fucking Laurie Holden. And you know why they call it Castle Rock and they show the lighthouse? It's because of this moment. That one kiss that changes the trajectory of their relationship. Jim Carrey's a fucking piano man, a jazz cat, not no piano fucking snobby ass bitch. And you know what? Actually, no, I'll let y'all say what you feel and then I'll go into some feelings about this goddamn masterpiece.
Out of all the people returning from Frank Darabont stuff, I really wonder if Morgan Freeman was offered the role of, I can't remember the name of the character, but the guy who lives in the basement. And honestly, I think this guy did a great job, but I just feel like I was like, you know what, I can see Morgan Freeman playing this role. And furthermore, I could even see Tim Robbins playing the Jim Carrey role.
Honestly, yeah.
But I did think Jim Carrey was fantastic in this movie. I think this is it's just a great movie in general. Super well shot, as of course, as a Frank Darabont movie. And so wholesome at times, honestly. I was just having a blast with it. I love, just the whole movie theater aspect is fun. And Bruce Campbell was a jump scare for me. Because I saw him in the poster, and I was like, granted, it wasn't like hit picture, and it was like the drawn version. So I was like, is that fucking Bruce Campbell and Cliff Curtis? Just based on the poster. And then I was like, holy shit, it really is.
Again, I'd seen this movie before, and I did not remember whatsoever that they were in this. So.
Yep. And I thought it was interesting because I truly I didn't remember. I saw this again back in the day, but I just didn't remember the ending. So the whole time I really was thinking he was Luke for a bit, but I was like back and forth. I was like, is he, isn't he? And then all of a sudden when they showed him looking for him, and I was like, oh damn, he's not Luke, unless they're gonna make you think that. But I did feel like it was a little sad when they came and they're like, oh, it's not Luke, this is just a communist.
Yeah.
But he's not a communist.
No, he's not.
The only thing that stopped me from breaking that DVD is Martin Landau dying without the knowledge that he wasn't actually his son. It brought so much peace to me that he didn't have to live with that experience.
Yeah.
Because I saw your review and you were just like, if this movie ends with Martin Landau's heart getting broken, I'm gonna just snap this DVD in half. And at first I was like, oh, he might be in. I'm like, oh, if he means finding out that he's not his son, then he's okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
His heart quite literally did get broken, though.
Indeed. Damn. Now I might have to snap this DVD in.
Just a technicality.
Yeah. Hey, the DVD is already it freezes half. I'll snap it. I just got to get a new copy.
There you go.
Yes. If I ever did own a theater, though, it would be called the Majestic, but not for the reason of this movie.
It would be called the Majestic Baller, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Or it'd be Majestic with a 1 in through it. A 1 instead of an I. But yeah, I mean, it's a phenomenal movie. I love the ending too when they welcome him back. It's so heartwarming.
That's why I love Brent Briscoe and his facial reactions to.
Brent Briscoe is such an underrated actor. God bless that man. He found Spider-Man's costume in the trash.
Yes, he did.
We must remember that. He's also fucking so goated in Twin Peaks season 3. Just got to bring that up as well.
Yes, he is.
But yeah, so what I cannot believe, my friends, what I absolutely cannot believe is that this movie is on this podcast and I am not the one who chose it. That is very shocking to me. But nevertheless, I'm very glad that it is here because next week we're going to do our Underrated Gems special. And this is not going to be in that episode, obviously. But it is the most underrated gem of them all. Because, well, I think everybody, if you know this movie, you know, it's kind of the bastard child of Frank Darabont's filmography. It's his only one that got negative reviews when it came out.
I think I know why.
What's that?
I think I know why, but I'll let you finish first.
Oh, gotcha. As a big box office bomb, everybody has kind of made fun of it. Critics have made fun of it over the years for being like the weakest movie in his filmography. But you want to know something? Those critics are fucking dumbasses, boys. Just absolute fucking dumbasses. Because this movie is goated as shit. This movie is a goddamn masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. And I can't express to you enough. At the time I watched this movie, I'd put it off for so many years. Because Frank Darabont, as I must have mentioned in the Shawshank Redemption episode, Frank Darabont is one of my idols. He is like in my holy trinity of directors. I worship the ground he walks on. He is everything that I aspire to be as a filmmaker. I love him to death. I think he's a genius. And, you know, Shawshank Redemption, obviously, very formative movie for me. Green Mile, very formative movie. I've seen them both 100 times. A few years after I saw those, I saw The Mist. Fucking amazing movie. I owe that one a rewatch because I've only seen it
black and white
times.
Watch it in black and white.
Yes, I do need to see it in black and white. That is the way it was intended. That's a fucking amazing movie. Of course, I watched The Walking Dead. Fucking, you know, the season that he did, phenomenal. And so is the rest of the show, or the first few seasons. But, you know, his season was great. Mob City, bring it back. It has been 13 years, and I'm still pissed off that they canceled that show after one season. Fucking amazing show. So I'd seen everything, right? And I put this off because I heard it was the only, like, really bad thing that he had ever made. And I didn't want to accept the fact that he could make something bad. So I was, finally when I sat down to watch it, I was like, okay, here we go. I'm finally going to have to acknowledge it. And then, goddammit, I was like, what is everyone talking about? This movie is incredible. Oh my god, the writing, the direction, just that old school Frank Capra feel that this has. You can tell that's where he was getting his inspiration from. Like, the performances, the story, I mean, I was choking up at parts. I remember I was the first time too. I remember the first time when Martin Landau died. Oh my god, I was a puddle. I was a
Powerhouse
fucking
performance.
puddle. So what?
Powerhouse performance.
Martin Landau is one of the greatest actors to ever live. That motherfucker gave it 110% every goddamn time he was on screen. Jim Carrey. This was also when I saw this. I was in my serious Jim Carrey era.
Well, that's why
Because that was also around the time I saw Eternal Sunshine for the first time. And I was just like, God damn, this motherfucker's a great actor. Like, great dramatic actor. Like, Jesus. But he's phenomenal. Laurie Holden, this is my favorite thing she's ever done. Like,
Not Silent Hill.
No.
I'm sorry to have mentioned both of them in this episode.
It's all connected. We always return to Silent Hill.
And Sean Bean lives on.
Indeed, as he always does. Except he doesn't ever. Just in those 2 movies that we've had on here. The only 2 movies of his we've had on here are the ones where he lives. What does that say? That's interesting.
We like Sean Bean.
Yeah, we love you, man.
I guess so.
Yeah,
But
we don't want to have the heart to see you die.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, just everybody in it is incredible. The story is so good. I don't know, man. If you watch this and you don't get some kind of emotional response from it, I think you're dead inside a little bit, low key. I just think like the story of the townspeople having happiness brought back into their lives, and just the love story between Jim Carrey and Laurie Holden, and just him having his big Frank Capra like moral moment at the end where he stands up to the people trying to silence him and stuff. The whole, just every step of it, and just him having to reconcile once he gets his memory back, like everything that he's been through and everything that he now knows. And it's just like that scene with them in the cemetery hit me so hard this time, where he's just like, everybody's memory of Luke in this town is a little rose colored, I'm not Luke. And she's like, yeah, I understand that now. I really got you 2 mixed up. And I'm just like, God damn, her giving him the Constitution and everything, it just works.
Even the earlier cemetery scene where Martin Landau goes person by person explaining how all these people died, and this comes to the last one, and then he opens the box and has the heart.
And that's the thing that I have to say. One of my favorite things, I know Darabont didn't write this script. It's the only one of his movies that he didn't write. But still, something that he has always been amazing at, that I love, is the way he fucking just fleshes every little thing out so much. Like everything in his movies that is mentioned, it's given so much attention and so much specific detail. I remember when I saw, because The Mist I've only seen 1.5 times, because I saw it the first time, and then I remember I was over at your house, Matt, and you were halfway through it, and I watched the second half of it. And I remember when I was seeing it that time, like, just watching these little moments of, like, just the minor characters in the store and what they're going through and shit. Just giving these little quick scenes to them that, like, just enrich the characters so much. And that scene in the cemetery where he's going person by person, it just gives you so much more context for why the town feels the way it does and who they lost. It just makes the world so much richer. And that's just something he's always been so great at. And I don't know. It works. Every single character in this movie, every one of the townspeople you were attached to in some way, shape, or form. You have strong feelings, whether it's love, like most of the townspeople, or hate, like for Bob Balaban. I remember the first time watching this. Say what?
And the goddamn lawyer.
Yeah, and the lawyer. That is, I'm sorry, like, that is one of the best written scenes I've seen in a minute. When Alan Garfield, shout out, returning from the stuntman, where he also had some wild-ass banger lines, is telling him, like, what is the Constitution? A contract. And just like a contract, every few years, it can be renegotiated and reinterpreted. And I'm just like, what the like, this movie is goated. I'm sorry. That shit is just, it's just fire. The whole
Yep.
thing.
Well, I think the people just were not ready for serious Jim Carrey because this is his first actual serious role. And you can even see in the first like 15, 20 minutes of the movies, he's like trying to explode out of his skin a little. And then once he gets on the island, he just subdues so much. And you just get to find this raw, innocent side of this person who's just lost and trying to figure out who they are, but also the sense of like everyone was screaming that he was this person, so like how could he deny them outright and offhandedly? And he never once truly like says like I'm this person, and so you got to believe him and that he is pushing this idea on anybody. Jackson's frozen. Yeah. Did you hear any of that?
I heard the first half of it.
Damn. Well, like he doesn't push this idea on anybody that he is this person. It is put on him this whole entire time, and that of course he gets swept up in it. And then that's where I love each and every single town person has like their small things that gives it away that it's not him. Like with the piano playing and the teacher, and that's how the usher also figured that out. But then like it didn't fucking matter because he was just an honest person with them and just genuinely a good, kind person, which is all we need in this life a little bit.
Yep. Now the usher, he heard him playing that piano, and he said, "Oh, that boy's got the brown in him."
That brown sound really moved it around.
Yeah, he's like, Luke was a white boy, but your mama might have been dipping in the chocolate pool.
God damn.
We never did see the wife, so who knows?
Yep.
But
Oh, boy.
wouldn't that be the ultimate plot twist that Luke wasn't even Martin Landau's son in the first place? Oh man, that would have just reframed the whole movie.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm here for it though.
yeah, that'd be funny. But and also just like fucking I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the scene where Jeffrey DeMunn is up there giving the big speech about like we all know what this town lost, and you know, seeing you again, Luke, it was like one of our own boys came back to life and shit like that. Again, just like really powerful stuff, you know, just
That was one of my favorite scenes from him.
and you can tell that everybody involved in this, every actor, everybody, like, it just feels like they believed in what they were doing. You know, it just really feels like they all really thought, like, yeah, we got a fire ass thing here. It did break my heart a little bit because I hope this isn't true, but I read somewhere that Jim Carrey apparently didn't. He kind of talked bad about this movie after it came out. So,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm
Well,
hoping
it's
that
because
was
he
just-
believed the character should be a communist.
But yeah, and the whole final scene in the courtroom is just phenomenal, and just you know, I don't know, that speech he gives at the end about like you know, the like, what are we doing? The America that all those men died defending. They'd be ashamed to see what the America they died defending has become, basically. And I was just like, God.
Words that Ron Kovac also said.
Yes. It rings true for certain other movies we've had on here. But I don't know, man. This is one I just can't figure it out. I'm just like, why did this not get a better reception at the
2
time?
hours and 33 minutes aside, this movie is a fucking epic. Like,
Yeah.
the whole courtroom thing made me think of Killing of a Sacred Deer and how that ended with the courtroom stuff. And just the way that, like, the structure of you really get way more of these people's lives when you actually dedicate the time to give you all these small little aspects around the main character rather than just focusing on the main character.
Which, again, Darabont has always been great at. And it's why all of his movies are so rich and, you know, emotionally impactful. And yeah, and also I remember the first time watching it, and really this time too, for a lot of it, the core of the heart of the story to me, you could say it's Jim Carrey and Martin Landau, and you would be right. But Jim Carrey and Laurie Holden, that was like, you know, their relationship was, and just the fact that, like, kind of like you said, Sam, like, it doesn't matter whether he's Luke or not, because the good he did for these people and for the town is still real, and it still matters, and he still showed them you don't have to stay this way forever. you can be happy and have life in this town again.
He's
And the fact that they just accept him as himself at the end is pretty powerful.
yeah. He's a symbol, much like Batman. Becomes.
Yes. I thought you said something else, but yes.
What do you
Yes,
think
you
I
are.
say? I said
I thought you said a simple.
That's what, yeah.
I was like,
the
okay.
Jim
And I thought you were
Carrey,
gonna
but
break out
as
into a
his Dumb
simple
and Dumber
Jack
character the whole movie.
Say what?
It's Jim Carrey, but as his Dumb and Dumber character the whole movie.
See,
There you go.
if only he drank a fucking Gatorade when he woke up on that beach, he would have remembered everything.
Everything.
I'm telling you, man, it's just life is just better when you got one of these bad boys here. You see how this is empty? It's because I enjoyed the whole thing, and so can you if you pick one up today.
Yes. Don't be Luke.
I don't think we ever in all this time, I don't think in like seasons of this show we sold out for Voodoo Ranger as much as we have for Gatorade in this one episode.
We know who's actually gonna pay us. That's the thing.
That's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah,
We
have a better
exhausted our
shot at
Voodoo
them paying
Ranger.
us this time.
Yeah. They don't care if we say fucked up shit,
True.
as long as we keep loving that Gatorade.
As long as we keep drinking that sweet, sweet Raid.
Yeah, sweet nectar.
Say what?
Now it's the sweet nectar.
I'm so sad.
Now in lotus flower flavor.
Damn it. I was going to say I'm so mad we didn't make a pillage the village joke during the entirety of the Odyssey.
Wow, that is fucking crazy.
Mm.
Because
You gotta pillage the village. They
Right.
pillaged the village,
There.
all right.
Yep. Matt Damon was pillaging the village
That's goddamn right.
7 years.
That's right. I was thinking about that when I was watching the movie. I was like, damn, like Penelope hasn't gotten any in 20 years, man. That's fucked up. And I was like, and Odysseus hasn't either. I was like, oh, wait. I was like, yes, he has.
that seed be spreaded.
He found out that she truly was an Academy Award winning white monster.
God damn. Our like dozenth at this point.
So what?
Our dozenth at this point.
Yeah.
But she truly was one.
He truly was.
She's like, you've also, like been celibate for 20 years, and he's just like,
She's like, Odysseus, I held it down for you for 20 years. Did you do the same for me? About that.
She
She's
tried
like,
combing
She
his
fed me the
beard.
lotus flower, honey. It wasn't my fault.
she's like, when you left, you didn't have crabs. You come back and you
That's
have
what I'm
crabs.
saying. She's combing his beard, and Charlize Theron's dried pussy juice is just caked.
He's like, what is
Honey,
this?
What is this?
Or it's not actually his
He's just
beard,
like, it's red Gatorade, honey. It's red Gatorade.
Calypso, oh, nothing, dear. Nothing to worry about.
Charlize Theron shows up right before he dies. Her hair braided. She's got a huge baby bump, and and that he literally sees that right before he dies.
Calypso, oh shit. But
Jackson, you dodged a bomb this week, much like the men in World War II that didn't dodge it from the town. Because when I first was like, what am I going to pick? I was like, oh, I'm going to pick that movie theater movie, The Matinee. You are so...
the one with John Goodman?
Yeah.
Why would I not like that?
He just picks the wrong.
I've
you
never
pick the Matinee, and then you watch the Majestic, and we watch Matinee.
I've never heard any bad things about that movie.
No, I'm talking
I
about
was just thinking
watching
Sam
two
getting it
separate
wrong.
movies, like in my head, thinking that I'm like,
Oh.
going to watch The Matinee and you watch The
Oh.
Majestic.
I see.
But then I looked up
Yep.
movies about movie theaters because I couldn't remember, and it
I'm probably
That would be
gonna
funny
get-
because if you said that, whoops.
I'm probably gonna get Cinema Paradiso on here at some point if it's ever on something. But but yeah, no, and that's the thing they haven't really brought up the movie theater. I feel like it is almost a character in and of itself.
when the
And,
lights
you
go
know,
on, it's perfect.
It is majestic, and you know
Mhm.
it was just I don't know. I really liked again the movie theater was. It's funny because I realized as I was watching this, I was like, this movie is kind of metaphorical for Frank Darabont's career in a lot of ways. He had the choice of either getting bogged down and slowly killed a little bit at a time by the dumb studio bullshit in Hollywood, or just leaving it all behind and enjoying movies as a fan. And that's what he did. He chose the latter, just like Jim Carrey did in this movie. So, I don't know. It's interesting to me in that way. Because it is the movie in a lot of ways is about the dichotomy of like the business of making movies can be very soul crushing and cynical and just creatively destructive in a lot of ways and can bring you a lot of misfortune and unhappiness, but the magic that the movies give to regular people out in the world is extremely meaningful and important and impactful. And so
one of the most wholesome moments is when Jeffrey DeMunn buys the first ticket and he looks back at the crowd and just holds it up with such like joy in his fucking face. I was like,
that was the person who first got their ticket for the Odyssey in IMAX 70 millimeter, just
Literally.
grabbing it and turning it around, just being like, and everyone's like, yeah.
And then fucking them buying him the Usher guy the new pocket watch also was really heartwarming too.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I love the relationship he has with the lady that's doing like when she's doing the inventory and he snags just a box of candy. And then she like sighs and scratches out what she was writing down because now they're one down.
Yeah.
But horrifically gut punching moment when he walks into that theater and then he sees the movie and it comes rushing back into his head all the things that had happened to him. It's just like, oh man, it's coming to an end.
Yeah, I remember that scene being very distressing to me the first time I saw it.
Imagine how much more fucked up it would have been if he didn't find out it was him and then they came and arrested him for being a communist anyways. And he genuinely was like, fuck, am I?
Yeah, then he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But
that's when they're like, you got to plead insanity. And then he just pretends to be like Simple Jack in the courtroom. And instead of the ending being dramatic, it's just really fucked up and weird.
Oh my god.
Pulls the foghorn leghorn out.
He starts acting like Dumb and Dumber. He's just, and then it's like, this is the Jim Carrey the studio wanted to give you.
Yeah. His dog companion comes in.
I do think a big reason this movie bombed is because, people didn't want dramatic Jim Carrey. It was just like, because that happened to him a couple of times.
There's humor in this movie. It's just not his humor.
Yeah, not like The Mask.
Yeah. So.
Right. Or Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar or whatever. It's just like, it's not what people wanted. The Cable Guy ran into a similar problem,
I love The Cable Guy.
I still haven't seen it.
It's so good.
So fucked up.
And he's funny in that movie. He's not even like that serious.
But I just know the story of like, they completely mismarketed that movie to make it look like a Jim Carrey comedy, and that's not like what it is at all. So
shit, I might have to pick Cable Guy at some point soon.
I'd be down because I've always wanted to see it. But yeah, and just like it's funny. Little side tangent. Like, people say these days, like, oh, there are no more movie stars. There are no more people who can just sell a ticket just because they're in it. We used to have movie stars, goddammit. And I'm just like, okay, I think that's a good thing though, because the problem with certain movie stars is they get typecast, but people get stuck, and I just think that like it's better that people give a shit about what they're watching rather than who's in it, like, because I've just heard stories about back in the day whenever Sylvester Stallone tried to do movies like Copland or stuff like that, like dramas that weren't action movies, people would go in and get 20 minutes into the movie and just be like, when the fuck is he going to start shooting people? What is this? Because they didn't actually give a shit about what they were watching. They just wanted to see it because he was in it. And I'm just, and that hurt his career because then those movies didn't make money and he had to go back to doing the action movies again and he couldn't branch out. And in a lot of ways, I think that happened to Jim Carrey too. Like, some of his dramas were successful, like Eternal Sunshine and The Truman Show, but like, I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think,
if people say there's no movie stars, then explain Jason Statham. I'll go to any of his shitty movies that watch him just kick ass and say some punchlines. He still does that to this day.
You gonna go see Mutiny?
It's out on Prime already, isn't it?
They accidentally leaked it onto Prime.
Ah.
It's supposed to be in theaters. And some dumbass at Amazon accidentally put the whole movie up on Prime for like a little bit.
was probably already able to get it on 1, 2, 3 movies. Then I'm sure.
I'm sure you could find it somewhere.
Um,
Not that we're advocating piracy here.
unless it's a
Especially not for a movie called Mutiny.
Exactly.
I was looking up to see how much money this movie made, and the first piece I stopped because the first piece of trivia on IMDb said that the voices of the studio executives were Carl Reiner, Rob Reiner, Gary Marshall, Sidney Pollack, and Paul Mazursky, and I'm just
Most of whom I was able to point out, like Rob Reiner and Carl Reiner, I heard immediately.
I did not catch that whatsoever. I didn't know I was
like
bringing them
Rob
back.
Reiner has the first line, like before the screen, like while the Castle Rock logo is still going, his voice you can hear it, and I'm just like, that's Rob Reiner. And then I heard Carl Reiner, I heard Sidney Pollack. I did not hear Gary Marshall, or if I did, I didn't recognize it was him. So, and he's got a very distinctive voice. But yeah, so many voice cameos in this, and just random cameos in general from like big people. So to me, that says that like they clearly thought this was going to be a big movie, you know, to get all these people in it, and it just wasn't for whatever reason. But this is one of those movies that I feel like, you know, there are people out there who know that this movie is goated as fuck, and it is going to go through a reappraisal one day. I feel like,
I think
for
so.
God's sakes, we got the wrong Jim Carrey movie having the appraisal. It should not be the live action Grinch. It should be this one.
Exactly.
Because this one is actually deserving of it.
We need to bring back the snap cases with the cover inside posters.
I agree.
Titles.
Yeah.
Shit's goated.
Bring it back.
Simpler times, you know. All you need is just a little cover and just a snap.
But this
What's the
movie
simple
fucking walked so Eternal Sunshine could run, and so number 23 can fucking Kool-Aid Man bust through the goddamn wall and tell you, I am Jim Carrey and I am here to fucking stay.
And then there's Mr. Popper's Penguins.
And, hey, I will ride or die for
there's
that.
Sonic the
It's
Hedgehog
Sonic.
3, where in the culmination of his entire career, he does a dance with himself.
And it is one of the greatest things you'll ever see in your life.
It is. Undisputedly so.
I'm really
We
glad.
need
Cleanest
one
running
last
man you've
movie.
ever seen, and he has to do it twice.
I forgot he did that Showtime show, Kidding.
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple episodes and it was very sad.
Just like
That's
this
what
movie,
my
I
mom
heard it was
said.
really good, but nobody saw it. So they
Yep.
canceled it.
Michael Gondry, yet again.
Oh, was he involved in it?
I think he was the director of it.
No shit.
Yeah.
How about that?
I don't know if he was the director of all of it, but at least like the first 2 episodes, I think.
Very cool.
I think
I'm
it was
always
his, like-
rooting for him.
Yep. But yeah, no, I mean, this
Release
is
the Pharrell movie that was canceled.
The Lego Pharrell movie, or did that?
No, the live action one that Michel Gondry directed that they canceled. It was completely finished and they canceled it.
What?
Yep. It was going to be a big musical drama based on Pharrell's life. And Michel Gondry directed it, and it had an all-star cast, and they canceled it.
They exposed something about Pharrell that he was not okay with. Maybe he finally took off the hat and you see this giant fucking cock just sticking out of the top of his head.
You just find out that he is, in fact, Smokey the Bear who made a wish to turn into a human.
They said it was too close to the Michael Jackson biopic, and they had to pick one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bastards.
But yeah, I think every movie, even if we didn't like Stir Crazy, at least every movie, the characters went on a long, crazy adventure.
They did.
Majestic and the Odyssey being the closest.
But even in Stir Crazy, they go to some places you may not have expected.
Yep.
And they had to deal with many trials and tribulations along the
I
way.
did say I would get it on before the end. Just need to flash that up real quick. For my mental sake.
Flashing a couple of cocks there.
And a cock will be flashed on episode 100.
Boy, I swear to God, if you don't hold up your end
It's
of it,
what'll get you
if
to admit
break your word.
name.
Don't break Zeus's law, Sam.
You'll get on your knees and be like, I, Jackson blank Workman. Sorry, Jackson blank Admiral Workman. Or Jackson Admiral blank Admiral Workman, because it needs to be the middle name. We'll suck your cock right now.
Again, Sam.
And then I'll pull it
I
out.
don't know why you're acting like I didn't say that to you in the Red Roof Inn.
It's Clifford Red, if you know what I'm saying.
You gotta get one of those like tentacle dildos, and then have that just pop out of your pants. We're just like, what the fuck?
An ovipositor, the giant egg will come out.
Yep. Just shooting eggs.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm shooting eggs, all right.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you for
coming up,
joining.
folks. It's coming up.
It's coming up.
How many episodes do we have until it's there?
I think this is number 93.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So we got like 7 left.
Damn.
Crazy.
Thank you for joining us, folks. It's been a long, long time coming. It's a long journey that we took together. I'm 3 for 3 loosely. That I don't know. Hearing you rant about Stir Crazy brought it down a few pegs in my brain when I'm remembering some things. So I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna watch it anytime soon again.
I am most definitely 2 for 3 this week. But the
I'm
two
still 3 for 3.
are some of the hardest 2 ever.
I want you, our audience, to come join us and come and vote in the poll and tell these fucks out here that like to think that Matt Johnson's The Dirties is better than Cool Hand Luke. They are fucking wrong. And then go see Tony in theaters. Buy a ticket, buy your whole fucking row.
Yeah.
But once you see another person in that theater, go up to them and fucking whisper in their ear, Cool Hand Luke did it better.
Oh man.
You're gonna inspire like a Joker style riot where everybody's just like attacking the Dirties fans, all the Cool Hand
But they're
Luke
just
fans.
eating like
hard-boiled eggs.
And like,
yay, you get
The
what you
Dirties are actually
fucking
the ones
deserve, and he throws a hard-boiled egg
Oh,
at
there
him.
Yep. And the Dirties fans are actually shooting each other.
Yeah,
They're actually
yeah.
shooting, like, the core family fans.
Oh,
They're
my
like,
God.
what we have here is failure to communicate, bitch.
And I think it's safe to say I got the poll on lockdown this week, but
Oh yeah.
I
Not
don't
until I
even
start
have to
going
make a
into all the
case.
Richard Pryor fan groups on Reddit and all the Gene Wilder fan groups on Reddit.
I'm going to personally contact Frank Darabont so he brings down your pick. And
Sam's in the Walking Dead worlds, like or the Walking Dead universe Reddit, and I'm like, we're all just fighting. We're all in Reddit's posting.
Oh my God!
We don't even watch the episode.
Never bet against the Christopher Nolan subreddit, boys. They will be.
That one's gonna go hard.
I will be Agamemnon, and they will be my soldiers charging through the gates.
That's been a fucking 3 for 3.
Yes, it
This
has.
is what, episode 12. Damn. We're almost halfway through the season.
That's fucked up.
Very damn near. After next week, we'll hit it.
Wow.
Stay tuned for some fucking rocks we gotta polish and fucking show y'all, because we're bringing the fucking heat next week. We're returning people. We're fucking
Especially
returning
mine
ourselves.
definitely has a rock to polish.
I want you to take a good look at these hands, folks, because by this time next week, they might be getting grilled.
They will be.
Mm-hmm.
By a religious Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who is on so much cocaine he is like vibrating.
Yes.
I'm struggling to find who the connecting tissue is for next week, and that worries me. But we'll find a way.
I don't know if there's gonna be, but
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll find one. There'll be a moral to the story, or
It'll be a
scene.
cinematographer or some sort of random.
A caterer of some kind, a lighting guy.
Or a
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls actor.
Hey.
I didn't know if there were any this week. I didn't bother to look it up, but we'll find.
You'll figure it out.
that'll be in the end of the year, end of the season PowerPoint.
Yes.
You're just gonna be like, here's all the Gilmore Girls actors of this season.
We already have like 7 or 8. I might as well throw in a bunch more.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one is definitely coming back later. So
Well, that's good.
All right.
We'll have this be our Gilmore Girls season.
indeed.
Well,
And then after all said and done, fucking comment. Let us know how you feel, which movie you like best, and what you want to see more of on this cast, because we have some specials in store. but we want to know what you think. I was Sam Holler. That was Matthew Patterson. That was Jackson Admiral Jack Workman. And we'll fucking catch you next time, you fucks.
Yeah.
Ciao.